Hey y'all, welcome to another video. Today we are talking new makeup releases and primarily indie beauty. I was checking out Makeup on Your Radar. I was checking out, technically it's Makeup on Your Radar 2. If you're looking for them, I'll link them down below, as well as Trend Mood. I didn't find much on Trend Mood that was all that exciting and noteworthy. So we're gonna leave Trend Mood alone and we're primarily gonna go with Makeup on Your Radar. Now, I haven't done one of these videos in months. I have been periodically dropping things into my saved folder. So I have things going as far back as April 1st and before then. What's the oldest thing in here? March 26th. And that was the new colors of the Danessa Myricks, the Color Fix. They're her 2B Color Fix things. So if you didn't know, Danessa Myricks put out some new shades in her Color Fix line. Oh goodness. And then we go up to April 2nd and so on. I did want to mention one thing that kind of made me chuckle. Pacifica, but they posted a fragrance, and it was on April 1st, and it's called Baked Tofu, the scent you didn't know you needed until now. Tofu, soybean, and seasoning are the notes. I just chuckled at that. It gave me a little pickle tickle. It just, made my brain happy. Which literally the world that we're living in, that's pretty remarkable. I'm just going to go ahead and work backwards. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about in here. I'm going to be skipping over some stuff. I'm going to be skipping over some of this, but a lot of it's really interesting, beautiful makeup. I do have a handful of lip things in here that we're just going to compare side by side by side. So the first thing is from Unearthly Cosmetic. This is their Spring Magic collection. This was posted April 4th, so it's probably already out, but I thought it was really pretty. This palette is as close as it comes to something that I would purchase. It is beautiful. I really like the way that it's arranged. You know, you've got a nice gradient from deep to light going diagonal across the palette. I don't love the packaging. I don't love the artwork on the outside. And they also brought out, it looks like a blush palette. Yeah. And then they have individual highlighters and glosses. I don't know if this is still available, but it's pretty and I thought it was noteworthy. All right. Okay, this is another one that it's stupid. Okay, let's be absolutely clear about that. This is stupid, but I think it is the kind of stupid that the world needs. Again, this was posted April 11th. Rare Beauty made dog toys. They made dog toys that look like their mascara wands and their blushes. And I just think they're the cutest thing. And I wish I had a dog to give these to. I don't think my cats would respond the same way. But the photos of the puppers all snuggled up with their blushes and their mascaras. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. It makes me laugh. They're $18, which for a dog toy is a bit much depending on the quality, but they're funny. They're funny. Oh, I forgot this was in here. Natasha Denona released the Golden Palette, and a handful of shades are throwbacks to the original Gold Palette, which I had, and I just didn't get along with. It was not my jam, so to speak. I do like that she's bringing her palettes out in smaller sizes. and the palettes are still depotable, which just makes my heart flutter. So, yay. Nabla brought out some powder blushes. I have not seen or heard anything online about whether or not these are good. I love Nabla's skin glazing cheek formula. These are matte. They're a close-up blurring powder blush. And it looks like they come in 6 shades. They're 18 pound 40, which I don't, 18 pounds. Alexa, convert 18 pounds to American dollars.
18 pounds is about 22 US dollars and 93 cents.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad given what you normally pay for a middle of the range blush. It's not luxury. Nabla's not drugstore, but they're in that mid-range. And I like a lot of the products I've tried from them. So, including their cheek products. Phlur released a new fragrance called Soft Spot. They also released their Vanilla Skin body spray in a perfume, which has me, it has me heart all aflutter. Soft Spot is bergamot, mandarin, and freesia. Heart notes are jasmine, water lily, and vanilla orchid with amber, sandalwood, and musk. So this is either going to be way too sweet or nice and fruity and citrusy. Oh, where are we going next? Laneige has a new flavor of their sleeping mask in watermelon, which, you know, called Watermelon Pop. It is limited edition. I don't know if it's still available. It might be. This was published June 4th. So it might be sticking around for the summer. And those are like, what are they, $24. I remember when I bought one, it was like 22, but that was years ago. All right, speaking of Nabla, they now have Magic Chrome eyeshadows. They have just an array. I will post the imagery. I think if you're somebody who dabbles in indie makeup, especially indie eyeshadows, you probably already have these shades, because honestly, there are only so many shades you can make with a standard multi-chrome formula. And I think brands like Copacetic and Cliona really do harness the uniqueness of each of those multi-chrome pigments. These are pretty standard, but they're beautiful. These are Liberty X Mono in the Sweet Shade Notes. Yeah, shade Sweet Notes. It's so pretty. And then we have Bitter Notes, Rain Notes, and the last one is called Earthy Notes. So you can kind of guess the colors that are going to be featured just by the notes themselves, but you've got one that's an icy blue, one that's a purple to orange to green. The one that's really kind of intriguing to me is this light yellow gold to peach. And then you've got one that's almost a red shift to green with pink in the middle. Wait, Makeup on Your Radar sometimes does the thing at the end of the page where it tells you how much it is. So I looked at these with one of the palettes, with one of their Liberty Indie palettes. It was a little bit more than I wanted to spend for 4 eyeshadows that I had most of. But if you are just dabbling in multi-chromes, this might be a good way to start. All right, I have never heard of this brand, but these look gorgeous. This is Ortega. They have released a multi-use balmy highlighter. inspired by summer skies and golden sunsets, enriched with blue agave for a hydrating and radiant glow. Shades are Ice Queen, Rose Quartz, Golden Hour, and Sunset Bliss. That shade Sunset Bliss is glorious. It's so pretty. Thing is, I am steering away from balm products in general, but if I was in the market for a balm highlighter, these would definitely have some interest. I love how they actually show the texture on the model's skin, and they're showing that like texture is not a bad thing. We all age, we all have texture. It's fine. Okay, June 14th. We're going in reverse chronological order here. This is a 20 shade palette from Cosmic Brushes. Introducing our Nude Trolls 20 shade palette. Offers a range of nude and neutral colors, 14 mattes, 8 metallics. 2 of those are super shifty multi-chrome and a vibrant duochrome. This is 28 pounds. Again, I think if you're in this for the nude trolls of it all, this is going to be fine. I'm looking at the swatches and they don't look like they're terribly built up. Doesn't look like they're swatched wet. They actually look like each of the shadows is swatched on the model's skin. They don't look photoshopped. They look really pretty. Like, this is a pretty palette. I honestly would not be chuffed if I got this as a gift. But if all you want are the multi and duochromes, go buy a couple of beautiful multichromes and duochromes instead of a whole palette. All right, moving right along. All right, Art Deco Cosmetics, which is a brand that has only recently come onto my radar. They released back in June, so we're getting closer. It's the end of July. Wait, is today August 1st? Alexa, what's today's date?
It's Thursday, August 1st.
There you go. I don't even know what day it is. My brain is just melting. So Art Deco has released 2 new eyeshadow palettes. One is called Eyelights in Fun in the Sun. The other is called Turn Up the Heat. And then they have metallic eyeliner in 27 metallic emerald, 30 metallic turquoise. Oh, each of these are a shade number. Okay. That's what was throwing me off. They also have a Lip Wonder serum in 3 Caring Viola and 5 Caring Orange. And they have a Volume and a Drama mascara, along with nail lacquer, lip stuff. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But I like these individual palettes. I really do. If you're looking for a basic palette to go with your new multichromes, this looks really interesting. I don't know anything about this formula. I've never tried Art Deco Cosmetics, but the shades of these palettes are really pretty. I like that you've got deep depth to lighter, and just a little bit of your shade is tweaked, so it's not all warm, it's not all cool. You're going to get that warmth and that depth. I'm also interested in these eyeliners. Honestly, it doesn't look like they have a shade that I would really get behind. I have done the blues and the purples and the teals, and these days I want something a little more subtle. This is not indie, but I'm intrigued and I would like to try one of these. So Fenty has released their Gloss Bomb in a stick formula. I finished a full-size Gloss Bomb, one of my prouder moments. And I will say that on that doe foot, you get a lot of product. You know, I have to wipe it off on the side of the tube. I know words. I went to college and they taught me words. You'd have to wipe it off on the side of the tube. I think putting it on in a stick formula could be really beautiful. And these colors are gorgeous. Of course, I'm looking at like that nudie rosy beige. These are really pretty. I will say, looking at the swatches, and especially looking at the swatches on the deepest model's lips, I don't know if this is what is intended, but they look really ashy. They look almost like they don't belong. The deeper colors, oh, what is that brown that is hot chocolate? Hot chocolate. Ha ha ha. I see what you did there, Rihanna. And the MVP, this red. Oh, those are glorious. Even this pink one called Riri. But the rest of them just look super ashy on the deeper model skin. And these are, how much are these beauties? $25. That's not too bad. That sounds like they're right in line with the Gloss Bomb itself. So they're a glossy medium pigment lipstick with vitamin E and shea butter, squalane kiwi oil to lock in moisture for up to 8 hours. And these released the 12th of July. So they've been out and about for a while. Okay, we're gonna talk Too Faced. And that's simply because they released this Diamond Crush single eyeshadow. They only released one of these and they did it around the holidays. It was a holiday release. And now they've brought out a line of 6 of them. It's radical, I tell you. It's radical. Shiny, crushy eyeshadow singles, which honestly, if you are a basic neutrals and you want one shadow that's really brilliant and really shiny and is gonna be fun for when you're going out, or you just want to look shiny and sparkly, there's nothing wrong with that. These could be of good use. These, I can see a use case scenario for these single eyeshadows. So let's actually go in depth. Earlier this year, they were released in the shade Heart. Now the Disco Eye Crush and Face Sparkle is officially launched in 6 colors. According to Too Faced, it adds a creamy texture and gives a multi-dimensional, pearly, glittery effect with wet look shine. And they are in 6 colors: iridescent lavender, shifting warm rose with gold sparkle, petal pink with gold, opalescent platinum, rosé champagne sparkle, and a light gold sparkle. Moving on. Okay, these are actually recent. We finally have the color story revealed of the Plume eyeshadow collection by Makeup on Your Radar and DD Signature, I think is the name of the brand. The collection is inspired by Peacock, created, curated, and directed by Jamie of Makeup on Your Radar 2, with you all in mind. So I've looked at the 4 palettes, and the only one I would think about using is the one that's like all the pearl shades, because these are just way too much color for what I do nowadays. But 2017, 2018 Rachel would have been all over these guys. They are really pretty. They seem to have a fair amount of pigment. These shimmer shades are gorgeous, and the mattes look like they're really nicely packed. It's just not for me, but you know, props to Jamie. Good for her. That's exciting. Okay, this is a new collection from Guerlain. We are up to date. We are down to 2 days ago. So who knows? This could have changed or released or blown up. I don't know. So Guerlain X Pucci, if you're not aware, Pucci is a fashion designer, fashion warehouse. I know they're into fashion. They do the fashion. I don't really do the fashion. But they made a fall makeup capsule collection. So all featuring Marmo print details. So we have 2 Rouge G lipsticks, the Ombre eyeshadow palette, 4 new matte shades, including an orange, a violet, a black, and a white, a terracotta bronzing powder, a fabric zip pouch. There's also a new packaging on the meteorites in O2 Rosé, and they also have a blush. Of course, because it is a high-end collection, there's no prices. I'm looking at that palette and like, yes, purple and orange are having a moment. So I can see where this is coming from, but I can see the inspiration in the color stories. I'm surprised they didn't pick up on that bright teal and the light pink and the red. Like, if you're gonna do it, Guerlain. Come on. We want to see the whole fantasy. All right, about face. Oh, they already had these? I didn't know they already had these. These are their holographic eye paints. Well, there you go. There is another budget-friendly way to get your multi-chromes and I wouldn't say these are holographic. I would say that they're probably more multi-chrome, but that's how you get gorgeous multi-chromes in your life. And these don't budge, from my understanding. I don't have one. They're not something that I would have use for, but I have heard good things about these. Naked, yes. Urban Decay has brought back the OG Naked palette. They originally, wiped it off the map so that they could bring in the new Naked palette. And people, I guess, were in an uproar, so they brought back the old Naked palette. 12 neutral eyeshadows in mattes. Stunning shimmers and velvety satins. $59. Is that normal? Is that a normal price for an Urban Decay palette these days? That feels like a lot. I seem to remember their palettes being like 48. I don't remember them being 60. All right, we have seen, it's the end of July. 4th of July has passed. Pride Month is over. So what do makeup companies start focusing on now that Pride Month is past? Holiday, Christmas, New Year's. I feel like I have a fluff on my lip. Yeah, so YSL has introduced their new 2024 holiday collection. So the Gold Winter Blossom includes everything from eyeshadow palettes to lipstick and fragrance. There's a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to read it all off. Worldwide release is November 1st. So I'm sure we will hear more about this. This doesn't really have pricing or anything, but it looks like it has an eyeshadow palette. It has lipsticks. It has their Shine lipsticks. The Libre Eau de Parfum in a limited edition package. So it's not even like a new fragrance. It's just different packaging. All right. I saw this and I was initially really excited. So this is from a brand I've never heard of called Cheeryan. Qianyan. So it is, they say, Oriental Color Fever Makeup. We were born colorful. I love that. I love a brand that embraces color. So this is their new eyeshadow palette. A touch of pink purple to brighten your eyes, soft hues, as dreamy as a fantasy, radiating a sweet girlish charm. It doesn't say how much it is. The problem that I immediately noticed with this palette are the swatches, especially of these lighter shades, mattes. You can tell when you look at the swatches that these were swatched wet first and then they went over with a dry hand, dry swatch. And you can tell that because there's a dark ring around the outside of the swatch. So if you are looking for something that is so ethereally, lightly pigmented, this might be your go-to. I don't know if this is going to be available in the US, given that they say they're an Oriental brand. I don't quite know what that means. These glossy, wet look shimmers, if they were in a palette by themselves, I would get the urge to buy this. But I don't want really lightly pigmented mattes. I want my mattes to have a little bit more presence. I don't want them to look ashy or have too much white. And these look like they do all of that. Now, if someone has reviewed this and can contradict what I was saying, that's great. We love that. I love being wrong about stuff like this. But yeah, it just feels like they're maybe too lightly pigmented. That, and you're never going to put eyeshadow on as thick as you do in a swatch, especially a matte. So there is some food for thought. All right, let's talk Bella Beauty Bar because this palette got my attention. So this is their Molten Chromes. It looks like it's 6 pans. Yeah. Today I have still photos of the multi-chrome palette launching. A small but mighty palette with beautiful and yummy tones to use alone or in combination with Melted Mattes palette, launching this Friday. So this was posted 2 days ago. So this is still, so today's Thursday, this is Friday. You're going to be seeing this on Monday. So this will have launched over the weekend. And these are gorgeous. I might have to go see how much this is.
Oh no!
And really look at these swatches compared to what I already have. But these are gorgeous. Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. This is what I want, the other palette that we just talked about. This is what I want from that palette. I just want the shimmers. Just the shimmers. More multi-chromes from Beauty Moon Cosmetics. And that shade Witchcraft. That shade Witchcraft. It's a stunner. It's a stunner. Launching Monday, August 5th. So the day that you're seeing this, these will have released. 6 new chrome liquid eyeshadows. So these are liquid. Usually liquid eyeshadows dry down and they stay put. So it's almost a perfect vessel for multi-chromes. Stunning, pigmented, and shifty will be available for £8, 10 USD. Y'all, I think Witchcraft might have gotten me. It might have gotten me right there. These are so pretty. They're stunning. Okay, moving right along. Ensley Rain Cosmetics, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, has released, it looks like 2 new eyeshadow palettes along with a couple of blushes. These are really pretty. Neither of the color stories speak to me, but that orangey peach blush, it reminds me a lot of Amber Glow from Make Beauty, which I love. I love that blush. It's one of my favorite poppy coral blushes. So I don't need this, but this is beautiful. I do like the packaging too. It's very floral, but it's bright. So our Flutter and Flourish collection arrives now. The full collection bundle will be $315 in value for $280. Only $215 with the discount code. That's still a lot. So each of the palettes run $50 and $55. The Flutter palette is a symphony of muted earth tones and soft pastels, burst of vivid pinks, juicy oranges, radiant yellows, and vibrant greens. They do have some pressed singles that are $15 to $17. They have moon dusts. I don't know what those are. What's their moon? Oh, they have some singles. They have like some loose pigments and some blushes and lip glosses. And there's a lot here, but there's only a few things in the photo. The palettes are fine. They're pretty. They're not quite the color stories that I would go with if I was buying a new palette. I do like the deeper of the two palettes, though. We have some new lip balms to talk about. And the first one, this is from Peach and Lily. I have used some Peach and Lily skincare, and it is beautiful. But it is so overpriced, it's not even funny. So yeah, the Peach and Lily skincare is a lot of money. And this lip cushion, collagen cushion peptide lip balm is no different. So they have it in a clear and a sheer peach. You do get 2 of them, but they're $40. It's $40 for 2 lip balms. I don't know how much the Edam or the Rhode. The question is, are they sold individually? Can I break up that $40 and buy one or the other, or do I have to buy them both and spend $40? Because that feels like a racket, not a tennis racket, not a badminton racket. It feels like a racket. It doesn't feel. And Peach and Lily say, not another lip balm. It's another lip balm. It's another lip balm. At the same time, we've got e.l.f. and their Squeeze Me More. This is a lip balm duo at $8. Okay, I have a couple of these. I have one in the melon flavor. I have one in the grape. They're nice and hydrating. They've got a little more thickness to them, to the point where, like, when you blend them out, it does have some tack on the lips. And if you're putting it on before you go to bed, that's fine. But if you're talking, it kind of gathers around the inside of your lips. And it's not the most comfortable experience. But I do love the flavors. They very much bring me back to my childhood. And I am a huge flavor of anything grape or melon. Like, those are the 2 flavors that I fawn over. And I can't find melon in American Candy very easily, so I end up going to the Asian grocery stores. Anyway, back to the task at hand. e.l.f. Cosmetics is bringing out a Squeeze Me More lip balm duo in subtly tinted watermelon and mango. They know how to get me. I mean, I have the mangobalm.com in the original flavor, but I want to see what they do with it. Yikes, e.l.f. I am excited for this. Like, of all the things in this episode, I think the e.l.f. lip balm is one of the things I'm most excited about. This caught my attention just because it's so dialed in, it's muted, the packaging is gorgeous. Chantecaille revealed their limited edition earth-toned cheetah collection. And oh my goodness, this imaging, the image is gorgeous. We've got 4 gorgeous cheetahs on the outside. They really are beautiful animals. And then a very simple 3-shade palette and 3 lipsticks. Okay, so they have taken this cheetah inspiration, extrapolated some of the more beautiful tones, and created this really lovely little capsule. So it's an eyeshadow palette and 3 lips. So this collection was created to support the Nambia-based Cheetah Conservation Fund and their work pioneering the rescue, rehabilitation, and rewilding of cheetahs in Africa. So Chantecaille will be funding their efforts to stop the illegal trade of cheetah cubs in the Horn of Africa, where they operate 3 cheetah safe houses and provide 24/7 medical care to rescued cubs. I mean, you're never going to disappoint me when you say that a makeup product goes to sponsor cheetah cubs, because seriously. However, the 3-shade eyeshadow palette is $78 for 3 shades. That's $25 and change per eyeshadow in that palette. And then you've got the individual lips, got a peachy pink nude, an earthy peach nude, and a soft cinnamon, and those are $54. So while I really like what they have done with this collection, don't love the prices. I don't love the prices. Chantecaille is always very expensive. And for a brand that does so much conservation work and so much work on their products, I wish that they were more accessible, because these price points just price a lot of people out of the market. And I don't love it. Moving back to multichromes, Beauty Moon Cosmetics has released 6 new holographic single eyeshadows, 23 millimeter square pans, and they don't have images, but oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. They're oh, you can see the glitter and the sparkle. Like, this image is glorious. And these are $11 USD. They are 9 pounds. It will be dropping the 12th of August at 7 p.m. So this video will be up before then. So if you're interested in these, set a timer, mark your calendar, get one of those, get a sundial, track your lunar calendar. Okay. This is another lip balm, but I think it's going to fall right in the middle between the Peach and Lily and the e.l.f. It doesn't have a price or a product release. Oh, it does have a product release date. It released 2 days ago. So this is from Persona. This is their Day Mask Peptide Lip Balm. Persona is much more reasonably priced than Peach and Lily, so I am curious to see how much this is. Let's check it out. Persona Cosmetics Day Mask. Okay, so this is actually pretty much in line with the Peach and Lily. It's $22, and the Peach and Lily is $40 for the duo. So it just depends. Do you want a single or do you want 2? I know that for me, I would just want to buy the one to make sure it's a formula I like, and it's not gonna. I have issues with some lip products making me allergic. I have random allergic reactions to some products, and they're only lip products. It's strange, but there you go. You've got the Persona Day Mask. It does not say if it has a flavor. I'm guessing just extrapolating from these images, it's going to have something to do with vacation. Like, these images are very vacation heavy, so it's going to be like a coconut or a banana. I just hope it's not like a sunscreen. Okay, we are almost done. Last 2. Give Me Glow Cosmetics has released another multichrome, a liquid multichrome, but these are lip oils. They're lip oils. They're not eyeshadows. Oh, new matching eyeshadow is live. Okay, now live, posted 5 days ago. Candy dripped lip oils and new matching eyeshadow is live. Sugar Shock. I don't know what Sugar Shock means. If you are looking to make your lips the star of the show and you still want to wear a multichrome, These could be a lot of fun. These could be a lot of fun. That being said, you could probably achieve the same look with a multi-chrome eyeshadow and a clear lip gloss on top. And last but not least is a new release from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This is their Barely Basic palette. And for a nude basic palette, it's really beautiful. I have seen some people review this. I don't remember if they liked it or not. So the pans are magnetic. We love that. We love magnetic palette pans. Now available for pre-order, $64. So Glaminatrix is an indie brand out of Australia. So $64 is actually not all that bad for given their pricing and given the cost for shipping and everything else. It says use Radar 10 at checkout. I'm guessing that's for 10% off. But this palette is really intriguing. It reminds me a lot of the Tati palette with a lot of gray, a lot of grunge. And I love to see that. I love to see these more desaturated and grungier tones because that's where the makeup industry has been going. We've been getting away from like these bright, saturated tones to things that lean a little more skin-like, and that's where you get the gray added in. So this is an interesting palette. I'm excited to see where these releases go. I'm interested in seeing reviews. And I love seeing what indie makeup is doing compared to mainstream beauty. Because I feel like mainstream is just, they're trying. They are trying, and I appreciate that. But indie beauty just does so much stuff that's really special. They don't have shareholders that are telling them, okay, you want to release a blush line. You need a baby pink. You need a brown. You need a deep fuchsia. You need something that's more of a red, a basic blush line. No, these people can make a gray leaning blush if they want because it's their own business and their own company and they don't have shareholders to respond to. So that is going to do it for today's episode of new makeup releases. I still don't have a name for this series. So if you have an idea, leave it in the down below, like the upside down, but the down below. And I will see you all. I hope y'all are taking care of yourself so you can take care of each other. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, friends. This is how we'll remind you that you should take your meds. Lou Burger, what did you do with that song?